Hey,
Wow.
guys.
I was really jamming because guess what? I'm in cruise mode.
Yep.
And I know all of us right here are in cruise mode.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. My heart is beating like this because I'm going to meet Eddie. He's the last of the co-hosts that I'm going to get to meet. And
Yep.
what am I going to wear? Because, that's what I did with Scott.
And let's not
I
forget
said, what am I going to wear when I meet Eddie? Because I did that with Scott.
Yep.
Oh, I got to have something. I got to go shopping again.
Right.
He's put a freeze on me.
On online orders because we won't be here to receive them.
So that means we got to go in person.
And yeah, don't forget about your bestie, Alice Lugo Studios. I think she has joined us in the chat this evening.
Yes.
Yo, Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn
Good
in the
evening and welcome to Go Live Together After Dark. Scott said he'll be here in a few minutes. I know that he is on the Wonder of the Seas right now. I wonder what he is doing besides having technical difficulties. Let's hope for not that right there. But yeah, we hope to bring you this amazing live ship tour because I know he's going to be running all over the place. It's going to be an amazing show. If you are here for the replay, please type in the word #replay. That way we know that you were here. But for those of you that are here right now, we got to do this. We got to give you some balloons. And then get you some fireworks going and get the show and this party started.
Huge.
That's right. That's right.
If you have an eye.
That's right. We got some wind noise, Eddie.
So what?
If we could, yeah, it's a little wind noise. It's coming through strong.
It's a ghost.
It sounds like a fan is going directly in your mic. But, good evening and welcome into the live stream. Anthony Simone was first up in the chat. Hello, welcome. In.
So Boricua.
The mother and daughter duo has made it in. Good evening.
Good evening.
And Viva la Raza, Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in. That's right. And Antoinette at Fun. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Yeah, she said good evening, Cheryl.
Good evening, Antoinette.
Mm-hmm.
Antoinette, I am in cruise mode. I just want you to know you have 30-some days. I saw that.
Yeah.
She has 30-some days. Girl, I got like 3 days.
Yep.
Then we'll be on the road.
We're going to be on the road this time. No planes involved. So there would not be a Jeremy overcoming fear video at you this time. If you were looking for it, I'm so sorry, but it will not be here. Next up in the chat is Alice Lugo Studios. Hey, bestie.
Hey, bestie.
And Mike and Rihanna.
Hey, babe.
We
Hey,
saw your post a while ago, Mike and Rihanna, and
oh my God, I want to be there.
Our reinforcements have arrived from the snowy cold north.
Right, I want to be there in this snow. Oh my God,
Some nice powder they got.
Yeah.
Nice
we got Midlife Travels have made.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome.
It's afternoon. It's after dark.
I
gotta say that. Instead of saying good morning or good evening, because I can't remember what time.
Well, in the morning we don't have drinks with straws in them, but in the evening we do.
I got mine here too.
Okay.
Well, that'll help us differentiate between AM and PM here on the show. Randa has made it in. Good evening.
Good evening.
And let's see, Danny D, the spectacular and wonderful.
Oh, Lord, trouble. Trouble is here.
And let's see. The Z Show Cruise Fund. It says, good evening, content creators from the greatest state in the world, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
That's right, baby. You know that's right. Journeys with June and Brady have made it in. Good evening.
Good evening.
Scott. Yeah, Scott is en route.
He's en route.
He's driving the ship right now.
Yeah, he's driving the ship, but he's going to be here. And, because Scott doesn't put out vlogs or lives, he's going to give us a virtual ship tour.
Yep.
And that's what Scott is good for.
Yeah, let's hope he gets to run through the casino again. That was funny.
Right.
Actually, if you can.
And okay, here we go. Marjorie says, Cheryl, I am in cruise mode too.
Hey, I'm there. Girl, let me tell you, My family is eating out of what are those things called? Those things that are frozen.
The frozen dinners.
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. My kids are eating, and husband eating frozen dinners. If it's not frozen, I'm not cooking because I'm waiting on the MDR to go eat. So it's not coming here.
Okay, Z Show says hashtag cruise mode.
I know he's in cruise mode.
That's right. That's right. Rock the Boat has made it in. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yo. Ocean to Ocean Travel has made it in. The Dance Meister himself.
Yes.
Batman.
Yeah, but we're gonna see Batman cutting a rug.
Yeah.
Because he's been practicing. He's been practicing.
Yes.
Antoinette at Fun says no planes.
No planes.
No planes.
He's not even got girl. I don't.
Let us know down in the chat. Are you team planes or team no planes? If you had a choice, okay. If you had a choice to drive or to fly to your cruise port, what would you rather?
I'd rather fly all day, every day.
I know, right? It gets us to Florida in like what 4 hours? That's amazing.
Yep.
But then you got to spend 8 at the airport somehow. I don't know how that works. Breaking news. 60 more days until the greatest cruise ship of all time, the Carnival Jubilee, makes its landing in Galveston, Texas, where we will be on location with our cameras.
That's right.
Because we got to catch that big old Texas star right there on the front of the ship.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be out there early.
We promise that content right there, coming right here from Cruising is Fun Anytime. Yes. Stay tuned. December 23rd. We're dropping it that day too.
Okay.
Oh my God. That's going to be so fun. And yeah, Antoinette's, we're ready to see Wonder of the Seas too.
We are too.
Scott has been saying that on the Oasis class ships, they kept everything where it is, but then they made some tweaks to the Wonder that make it both him and Beth's new favorite
ship.
Oasis class ship. So I know that's
I just want to get
amazing.
on the MSC because that's what.
Oh, we got some answers coming in. Journeys with June and Brady say fly.
That's right. Get there.
Mike and Rihanna says fly. Danny D, fly.
I know.
Antoinette, team no planes.
I know Antoinette because I still can go back to that video that they had in Mahogany, Honduras. And they had to go over the water.
Yeah, with the sky ride. Or
that's still funny to me.
Yes.
If I want a good laugh, I can always go to that.
It would be hard to vlog from that position also. I felt her pain.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Rock the Boat says, I drive if at all possible. This is fake news right here, Bruce. Cutting the rug is more like, okay, my feet are going to be moving, but that's only to jump from one vlog position to another because that's what I do during sail away.
Oh,
I have to be everywhere all at the same time. So the rug that I will be cutting, it will be running to get a new angle for the content.
No, Bruce, I'm gonna have him out there. Thumbs up to that. I'm gonna have him out there.
And check your email. Bruce Midlife Travels have sent you an email. Here we go. Alice Lugo Studios. I would either fly or have Eddie drive and I as his passenger.
I would like to fly, but I would like for him to let me drive, for 30 minutes or so.
30 minutes is plausible.
I remember when
I
we
can
were
stay
coming
woke
back
during
from
that time.
I remember when we were coming back from Dallas and you said, no, we can't hear you.
If it's a 6 to 7 hour drive, I don't mind driving.
Right.
For 8 hours, I could push maybe 10. Other than that, I'd rather fly.
Oh shoot! After 8, I got to lay it down.
Yeah,
I really do. That's a work day. That's a work day, and I think you've done enough after 8.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then just pull in somewhere, take you a power nap, or do something. Because
team plane.
Yeah, I know. Kathy Mills has made it in. Good evening.
Hey, Kathy.
Team plane.
Kathy, I'm there. I'm there with you.
Yep. Oh, and snap. Alice says, when we lived in NYC, we took car service to the NYC cruise port. Yep. Okay, Marjorie says, I will take the trains because I am cheap.
I like trains.
Trains are good,
I took the trains to Chicago.
but she won't take the train in New York City.
Oh no.
Mm.
I took Amtrak. Let's get it straight. I took Amtrak to Chicago.
I like the trains.
I
I really
not
do.
Do
Because
anything.
we don't get to go underground here at all, ever.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Water.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's interesting.
Z said fly all day.
Fly
I know
all
that's
day.
right.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh snap! It's the abyss. What's up, Scott?
Oh man, I tell you, this whole Central Time has got me so messed up, and has given me a newfound respect for you and Cheryl.
Okay.
How the two of you are able to function in such a chaotic time zone, I will never understand.
We
Yep.
don't. We just hope that everything is on time,
Right.
and we set alarms and reminders for everything. Ooh, and he's getting down.
Have you been on that yet, Scott?
I have done it, but it's been a few years.
Mm.
A long
You
time
need
ago.
to show us, Scott.
Maybe. Maybe. So it looks like the instructor is on here and he's helping this little guy out.
You're next.
Looks like he's gonna try to get up.
Mm.
Yes, Scott's got next.
Yeah, you got next. Go. Tag him in.
No.
And there you
Not
go.
happening. Not happening. So again, I apologize for being late, but again, just chaotic time zone. So I'm up on deck 16, obviously at the rear of the ship. So one thing I wanted to point out why I was here, on any other Oasis class ship, all of this glass right here would be the end of the Windjammer, which is the buffet on Royal Caribbean ships. However, this is not the buffet at all. The Windjammer is actually down here now. It's all of this glass that goes all the way around, and it overlooks the boardwalk neighborhood.
Nice.
Mm.
So it is a complete redesign of where the buffet is on the ship and how it's laid out, and just everything is completely different. Now, El Loco Fresh is still over here in this corner. That's the Mexican, like burritos, tacos. It's kind of like the Blue Iguana equivalent, but it's definitely not as good as Blue Iguana. And then on every other Oasis class ship, you would have right here, you would have a teens club is in here, but on Wonder, there's nothing. On Oasis, this is where the barbecue restaurant would be, Portside Barbecue. On every other Oasis class ship, there isn't anything here except for just basically what you're seeing, like a teen area or whatever. There's some ping pong tables and stuff in there. And then, of course, this is part of the kids club and stuff in here. So that whole area is exactly the same as it is on any other Oasis class ship, with the exception of where the Windjammer is. So
That'll work.
It's very nice. I like that decor.
So this is the one thing that I can honestly say. I'm big on decor, right? Sometimes I think the decor on the ships really works, and other times I think, somebody was asleep at the wheel there on that one because it just does not look that great. But I really am very impressed with the decor on this. It's got a lot of those same colors that you will find on Excel. So on Carnival XL. So yes, very impressed with it. Definitely my favorite. My wife told me that she believes that Wonder of the Seas is now her favorite Oasis class ship. So so this whole area is exactly the same on every Oasis class ship. The only difference is that if you can see here, this is like a almost kind of like a bunch of like theater seating because the screen is up here. So this theater seating is unique to Wonder. I've not seen it. Now, I have not been on Symphony. Symphony is the only other Oasis class ship I have not been on. But Harmony, Allure, and Oasis do not have this theater kind of seating, and the screen is not up here on those ships. So what's also cool is you can see Central Park down there, and it's been a shock to me because Central Park is one of my favorite places to hang out on an Oasis class ship, and it's been a shock to me because on no other Oasis can you walk through Central Park and look up and see this big screen up at the top. Normally you're just seeing really nothing up here. You're seeing maybe part of the slides and stuff that come out over the edge, but you're definitely not seeing this great big huge screen from down there in Central Park. So it's actually been freaking me out a little bit while I've been, spending time down there, especially in the evening, because, you look up and then like there's this, big screen and you're not used to seeing that on another Oasis class ship. The other thing too is this is the first Oasis class ship I've been on where the solarium is completely enclosed. On all the other Oasis class ships, it's only partially enclosed. So that means that Wonder is definitely capable of sailing from cold weather ports, which means that we could see it at some point sailing from the Northeast, like say from Bayonne, New Jersey, at some point in time in the future in the winter. Which, it hasn't been doing. They've been switching out the Anthem and the Oasis in Bayonne. And starting in 24, they will be replacing those two with the Symphony of the Seas and the Odyssey of the Seas. So, but you could definitely potentially see Wonder up there at some point in the future as well, just because the solarium is completely enclosed. And again, you won't find that on any other Oasis class ship. So this is the second pool area. But this is the kids, obviously this is the water park area, and then you can see the water slides up here as well. But then there's also two pools over here. Same on every other Oasis class ship. Really no different in that respect. A little bit of a different area up here is this area at the top here. You can go up there. There's some seating up there. There's also a private area for, I think, for Pinnacle and Suite guests. It's called the patio. So you cannot get up. You cannot get into that area up there at all. But
shirts you can find on your site with the Glory, because I haven't done them yet.
So, and then of course this is the other side of Central Park. So I had shown you this side here from over here underneath the screen. So this is the other side of Central Park, exactly the same as Central Park on every other Oasis class ship. And I actually just finished dinner at the steakhouse at Chops Grill. So it has so far been my best specialty restaurant experience on Wonder. I actually did not really care for Wonderland very much, and although 150 Park was very nice as far as atmosphere and all that goes, the food was a little meh. And then when I went to Giovanni's for lunch today, I was really very disappointed in my lunch there. The pasta was very bland. The chicken, I basically got the chicken fettuccine Alfredo. The chicken had no flavor. It was literally just cooked. It was cooked in nothing. It was not cooked in any seasonings. It wasn't charred. It wasn't blackened. It wasn't anything. It was literally like eating like slight chicken flavored copier paper. I mean, it was just not flavorful at all.
I live on this ship now.
Yeah, so I was really just very disappointed in that thing. Then the cannoli that I got, cannoli cream is supposed to be kind of dense and not like a custard almost, but like it should be dense and consistently wherever you get cannoli, that cream should be, like cannoli cream. But this was more like, this was almost more like a gritty whipped cream that was not very sweet and just had a completely different texture and flavor than what you would normally get from cannoli cream. So I was just really very disappointed in my in that experience. Now we're going back to Giovanni's for dinner. We're also going to be going back to Chops for dinner. A restaurant called Hooked, which is actually up on the second floor of the solarium on this ship. So right above the Solarium Bistro. Every Oasis class ship has a restaurant in the Solarium called the Solarium Bistro, and Hooked is just above that in the Solarium. So we're going there tomorrow. I'm really hoping that experience is a little bit better than than what my experience was in Giovanni's and in 150 Park. But again, it wasn't terrible. The one thing my wife had mentioned was that if our experience in the specialty restaurants have been this bad, we were afraid to even think about what it might be like in the main dining room. So I'm gonna head. Going to probably maybe pick up the pace a little bit here. The other thing I noticed as well is on every other Oasis class ship, on both sides of the ship, just outside the solarium, you'll find cantilevered hot tubs. However, on Wonder, you will only find that cantilevered hot tub here on the starboard side of the ship. This entire space on Wonder is actually on the port side is actually a bar, a pretty nice sized bar that is again sticking out over the side of the ship. And then, of course, when you come into the solarium here on any other Oasis class ship, if you look up here, every other section would be completely open and not even. It's not like it would be retractable. It would just be completely open, and there'd be a lot of wind in here and everything else. However, this entire space is completely enclosed. So you can see up here, this is the seafood restaurant Hooked. This is Solarium. This is the Solarium Bistro here on the first floor, and they have these massive half clamshells in here as well, which is also very. Now they have some clamshells on the other ones, but they're not that big. And I don't believe they're in this position either. And then, unlike other Oasis class ships, you also have a swimming pool in a small, but you have a swimming pool here in the Solarium that you don't have on other Oasis ships. You do have a swimming pool in the Solarium on Quantum ships, so Anthem and Odyssey, but you don't have a swimming pool on the Oasis ships. Except for Wonder here you do. So it's not a very big pool, it's not very deep, but it does exist along with the hot tubs that are here on both sides here and also over here. So I've been just very impressed with the I think up to this point, every time they do a new version or new ship in a specific class, it seems like they only try to do very small incremental changes. But here with Wonder, it seems like they really took the time to say, let's do something very, very different here on this ship. And I would have to presume the same attention was given to Utopia as well. So I'm sure we'll find that out sooner than later. But yeah, I mean, there's just been so many other things that I've seen. Down on deck 4 outside what is now the Crown Lounge and no longer the Diamond Lounge. There's normally a nightclub down there called Blaze. However, on Wonder, it's called the Attic. Now, it does serve as a venue for the comedy on the ship. So and the Attic still does serve as that venue, but it does not. It's just not called Blaze, and it looks very different. The casino on this ship is also
Hey, Scott.
quite different in size as well.
Hey, Scott. Beth's in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waving at
She
you. Liz, the babe. Hey, babe.
So this is the Adventure Ocean here. Obviously, I will not be soliciting a visit from the FBI by going in there with a camera. So,
Yeah.
so this is deck 14, and this is also the deck that our cabin is on. So our cabin is located just underneath the mason jar, and actually it's underneath the bar side of the mason jar. So we get to hear the country music playing until 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's been a joy. And of course, my wife just looks at me and says, "You're the one that picked the room."
Right?
Yes, but only with your approval, because I'm sure when I had that up, I was like, "This is the room I'm thinking about picking. How about, does that work out for you?" And I'm sure she said yes, or otherwise I wouldn't have picked it. Now, I can say for the last 2 cruises we've been on, she's been very upset with me about how far away from the elevator that we've been. However, on this, I'll show you on this deck. This is obviously not our deck. This is deck 9, but as you can see here, the elevators are just over there. And in our room, so we are literally right off of the elevator bank. So just nothing to complain about when it comes to that. So I'm headed down here to deck 8 to go through Central Park. Again, Central Park is, from what I can tell, is the same on this ship. Not really any changes to Central Park versus any of the other Oasis class ships, but it's still probably my favorite space on Oasis. Opportunity to be in it and walk through it. So just
Scott,
absolutely incredible.
Scott, I have to break in just for 1 second. You told the untruth. Elizabeth said you all are so far from the elevators.
Yeah, we are just around the corner from the elevators. So
Elizabeth, I believe you.
So this is Giovanni's here. This is the Italian restaurant. And it looks like there is a band in here tonight. And then this is Park Cafe here. This is open for sandwiches, like, lunch and stuff like that. They have sandwiches and soups and some desserts and stuff in there as well. So if you recognize these poles here, when I was on Oasis, my room was right up there. So I have the camera in there every morning. So, and again, this is what you will not see on any other Oasis ship. When you're here, you look up and there is the screen up there on deck 16. And it's been freaking me out every time I walk through here, because that is not what you're supposed to be seeing in Central Park when you, are strolling through. So, and of course the trellis bar here, definitely it's more at an angle here. It's more like this way on other ships versus flat against the wall there. It's a little bigger on this ship as well. And then this area in here is completely kind of secluded with foliage and everything else. I don't know if this is deliberate or not, or if they just haven't gotten around to doing anything on it. But this you can see all the way through, where on Oasis and stuff, you literally can't see anything in there, including the people who usually go back there and smoke marijuana. So, and of course, this is the Rising Tide bar. Looks like it's down on deck 5 right now, but it does come up here to deck 8. This is 150 Park. This is where we had our dinner the first night. It's very nice, and the service was good. The food wasn't terrible. It just my favorite. So but there was. I tasted more chorizo in it than I did lobster, but it was served in a tail shell. So this is music hall. Of course, I've taken everybody through the music hall on other ships. Looks like there's a private function going on in there right now, so we won't be able to go in and check out the music hall on Wonder, but it is. I've been in there already so far on the cruise, and it is unremarkably different than every other Oasis ship. So, so deck 6 is where the boardwalk neighborhood starts here on the aft section of the ship. The one thing that I missed on like Harmony is the carousel horses, the evolution of the carvings of the carousel horses. Now on Oasis, they are full size, and here they do not have them on Harmony, but here on Wonder they have their back, but they're smaller and sitting on these tables. But it's kind of cool. Of course, the doghouse, excellent for lunch, hot dogs, sausages, and kielbasa and stuff like that, or whatever. A couple of sides, potato salad, macaroni salad, chips. You can also get some beer and stuff in there if you have that. Zoltar, on Harmony of the Seas, the Starbucks, which is on a kiosk on deck 5 in the promenade on every other ship except for Harmony. This section is like but actually the Starbucks is out here. And then, of course, this is Sugar Beach, which is the equivalent to Cherry on Top on a Carnival ship. Of course, all the candies are in here. You can also get some ice cream in here, just like you can Cherry on Top. And it looks like they also have a couple of sundaes, including a sweet street taco. So but yeah, so Playmakers, I've been to Playmakers. We went to Playmakers the first night. There was a Miami and Eagles game, Philadelphia Eagles game going on in here. A lot of Eagles fans did not appreciate me hollering "Go Ravens" as I was exiting from the doorway right here. I definitely got a lot of boos. Somebody might have even followed me back to my cabin to see where they needed to go the next day. They decided it again. It looks like there's only just a South American football game going on right now.
Okay.
Otherwise known as soccer. So here's the Ultimate Abyss. You will find this on every Oasis class ship except for the Allure of the Seas. You will also find that Oasis was retrofitted to include the Ultimate Abyss. However, it is a lot steeper on Oasis than it is here on Wonder, or it would be on Harmony or Symphony. Of course, you come out down here. Beth has ridden it. I have not rode it just because the line was too long. I mean, I didn't feel like waiting in the line. But I definitely will try to get on it before the end of the cruise. This is the name of the water show on the Wonder, and we went to see it the first night, and it was incredible. I have some B-roll footage of it. I may go on one of our morning shows here. Another thing I noticed too on this shielding that they have here behind the stage area on the in the Aqua Theater, they call this, that does not exist on Harmony, Allure, or Oasis. So it's I think it is on Symphony, and of course here on Wonder as well.
Wait.
But this is also an amazing aspect of all Oasis class ships that there really is no way to describe it. You just have to come here. The energy and everything else of the Aqua Theater shows is just absolutely incredible. Of course, they always have acrobats suspended on things, and they have tightrope walkers that walk all the way across here and stuff like that.
Hey,
They do
Scott.
an amazing job. So yeah.
Mike and Rihanna have a question. Is the Cats show on the ship?
No, it's on Oasis. So every ship has its own unique productions, and those productions run on those ships until those ships are taken into dry dock. Depending on the dry dock, some ships are not dry docked for, 5, 6, 7, 8 years even. So those shows will continue to run until that ship is dry docked, and then during that dry dock, they will they will change the shows out. So Cats runs on Oasis only. I don't recall off the top of my head what the name of the show is, but it's definitely not Cats. So this area up here at the top is part of the dining room in Wonderland. Also the case on Oasis, not Allure, and Symphony, or I'm sorry, Harmony. Probably Symphony too. Again, I haven't been on Symphony. Of course, here is the carousel.
Mhm.
Looks like it's just now starting up. So it typically runs in the evening. This does not usually run during the day. Sometimes I have seen it running a couple of times during the day, but most of the time it only runs in the evening. Usually 6 to 9 or 6 to 8 or something like that, or whatever. There doesn't appear to be very many people on it right now, but usually it is quite busy, and there's usually a line. Of course, there's just as many kids on this sailing as there is on, say, a sailing from July or August.
Right.
So
Quite possible.
doesn't appear that too many people care about things.
We're in that group.
Past the normal times. So Schooner Bar over here, always located in that area on Oasis. Shore Excursions and the Photo Center, again, always located in that area on Oasis. Guest Services, also, again, always located in that area. Cafe Promenade. And then across from that is the Pizza Shop. Again, always located in those areas, really no different. Rising Tide Bar here, same location on all Oasis class ships. So, how did on Wonder that they have had on other Oasis class ships. So I was not able to take that staircase over there because it was closed for pictures. So of course there's a band over here. There's always a band. On Embarkation Day, they had these big, huge things of balloons all the way down the promenade here, and at midnight they had a big party in here, and they released the balloons, and they all fell. It was pretty cool.
Yep.
So I'm gonna head down here. I don't think this kind of I don't think the music they're playing is any kind of copyrighted music, so I don't think we really have to worry about that too much. This is the next cruise desk in here where you can go and book your next cruise for an extremely reduced deposit. I think it's a $100 deposit. You also get extra onboard credit if you use Next Cruise to book your next cruise. You also can do you can basically just go in and put down a $100 deposit, and it'll be an open-ended kind of deposit that you can apply to any booking in the next 45 days. So it's a kind of a way as I don't know where I want to go yet, but I do know that I'm going to be going somewhere. And as long as you create that booking, whether it be through a travel agent or with Royal Caribbean directly, and apply that onboard deposit that you did at Next Cruise while you were on a ship, you get to secure that booking with that reduced deposit. Of course, here's the Bionic bar. Not running right now. It says here I'm not 100% sure. I guess just nobody is in here ordering drinks from the robots right now. I guess that's why it's not running. But so of course it's our formal night. So as you can see, people are lined up, long lines to get pictures and stuff taken in some of the more popular areas here on the ship. And this is the other thing too. This is the first ship I've been on that had a more kind of modern American car. And usually they have some type of like a Bentley or some type of like English Roadster or something like that or whatever. But of course, this looks like a 68 Mustang. So pretty awesome. I was pretty surprised to see that when I got on board. I was kind of excited about that. Mm-hmm. So of course, we get long pours. Long pours. So here's this absolutely garbage pizza that they have the audacity to want to charge for.
Somebody had mentioned earlier in the comments they love the pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, here's the thing, right? I was telling my wife, I was like, you know what? I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate when I do my review of the specialty dining on Wonder, because somebody's going to come along and say, oh no, I had exactly the exact opposite. I thought it was the best food in the world. And I thought to myself, okay, you're allowed to think that. That's allowed to be true. Here's the thing, though. There are some things that are just universally consistent, or should be universally consistent, and that are, in my opinion, not open to a personal taste. Like cannoli cream should be dense and thick and should taste like cannoli cream and should have some level of sweetness to it, but mine didn't, so again, I don't know who could eat that unless you live on ramen at home and then you come on a ship and then anything is better than, what you normally get at home. So, but in any event, and I'm not a food snob and I'm not, a connoisseur of that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's just, some things, like I said, some things it just seems to me should be, a little bit better, especially when you're paying $700 to be able to sample every specialty restaurant on a ship.
Yes.
So,
yep.
I like that mural.
Yeah, the mural's fun.
Yeah, so every Boleros is going to have a slightly different mural, but it's obviously going to be, from a Latin theme, of course. So, so the Starbucks, you find the Starbucks again, unless you're on Harmony, which is out on the boardwalk, it's always here at the theater end or the forward end of the Royal Promenade. So I'm just waiting for somebody to finish a picture.
Like that sculpture.
So this is a Spotlight Karaoke. This is a relatively new bar, new concept for Royal Caribbean ships. It does not exist on. I don't know if you guys can hear what they're singing or not, but off of my earbuds are probably canceling out a lot of the sound.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
You know, I wish Carnival would have its own place for karaoke. You know, we were on the Mardi Gras and the place was just packed, you know, and they did it during the day hours.
You'd say.
What can make me feel
So I don't know if they'll let me. I don't know if the main theater is open or not, but.
Papi, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna head down here to. I don't think the main theater is open, or if it's open, I think the show is actually in progress. They usually yell at you when you try to go in there. MSC does the same thing. MSC usually has like a bunch of guards out front and will not let you get in there. So this is again like normally where the Blaze nightclub is, but now on this class ship it's actually called the Attic, and it has these like doors here on both ends. This is normally the guy too who wheels this onto the elevators, and you usually have to ride the elevators too.
And I noticed in the other vlogs that they always have the piano guy sitting in the lobby.
Yeah. So this is Studio B. This is the ice rink where they have both the ice show as well as they have it open during some days for you to go in the afternoon and just ice skate if you wish. It looks like they're only at this point letting the people in with the reservations, which I don't have. So I don't know if I can sneak in. I don't know if
we don't have bail money.
Yeah, Eddie said you don't have money for bail.
So I just sneaked in. I waited until she was busy talking to somebody, and then I just snuck in. So this is what it looks like in here. So, of course, they'll be skating out and all over the ice. Now, on Icon, this is actually round, and the seating goes all the way around it. But this is the way it looks on every class ship that has it, which is Oasis and the Voyager class ship. So Navigator, Mariner, Adventure, Voyager, they all have this ice rink, the Studio B as well, and it looks exactly like this, and it's about the same size even on those smaller ships. So it is absolutely one of the most fantastic and fabulous shows you will ever see on a cruise ship, and you won't see it on anything other than these ships on Royal Caribbean. So again, really fantastic. One of my favorite things to do. I absolutely never miss it. I will miss a Royal Theater show, often, but I will not miss the ice show just because, it's so incredible. Diamond Lounge, or now called the Crown Lounge, and it is exactly the same on every other Oasis class ship. The decor, the colors, the furniture, everything exactly the same. And now for my favorite part of these kinds of live streams, time to get in trouble. Camera in the forbidden place.
And Eddie already said,
Time to get into trouble. Look, move it. Look out. Here comes trouble. So this is the art gallery, if you haven't figured that out. And there was this amazing picture I saw in here the other day, and it was already had like these have like reserved on it, right? But it had already had something on it that said like interested or something like that or whatever. I'm looking around in here, I can't see it, but anyway, it was this really amazing Star Wars painting, and it had like the Death Star that was like almost completed, and it's hard to describe. It was just really incredible. I should have took a picture of it because there was nobody in here to stop me doing it the other day. Now there is one of Ray and BB-8.
I know.
So, but oh, here, Eddie, you might be interested in that one.
mm,
It looked an awful lot like the Brooklyn Bridge to me. Excuse me.
yeah. It's
Okay.
beautiful in there. It's beautiful.
Here we go. Here we go. Gonna get into trouble. Da-na-na-na-na.
Go, Batman.
Look, she's waiting to knock somebody's you know what into the dirt.
Oh my God, he's gonna get in trouble.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay away from the casino cage for sure, because then I'm really pit boss, pit boss, pit boss, getting eyeballs, getting eyeballs.
Run! Oh, he made
And I'm
it.
out.
You made it. Oh my God.
That is one of the biggest casinos I've been in on an Oasis class ship. Is they are, I mean, they're not small, right? But they're not super big either. And it looks like most of the dining service is still going on, so I don't know if they'll let me just roll in there or not. And then this over here is the hibachi sushi called Azumi. Also in the same place on most other Oasis class ships as well. So this one only has 3 hibachi tables though, which we were really surprised at because, you know, it's such a massive ship. So why only have like 3 hibachi tables? But I only have 3 hibachi tables. So looks like this might be some type of side entrance into the dining room. So I'm gonna sneak in here.
Oh my God. Eddie, get that bell money.
Scott man.
Right?
That is exactly what it is. Say, who is this guy walking through the dining room with a camera? It's like, hello, excuse me, I did not sign a release.
Yep.
Hey, Edna. Oh yeah, we're good.
3 of the dining room at this point. There are 3 stories usually to most dining rooms on most Royal Caribbean ships. This, of course, would be the middle floor, or the middle story for that. You would have usually a really grand staircase here in the center. Not one on this particular class ship, but you would normally have that, and then it would, of course, go down and up as well to the other stories. But laid out and designed pretty much exactly the same on every other, with this big, huge lobby waiting area here with seating on both sides, as well as one side for people with reservations and one side for people without reservations to get in for all of the different seatings. So, and then of course, my time dining would be, I think, here on this floor, deck 4, and then early dining would be on down here on deck 3, and then you would have late seating on deck 5. So I'm headed up here. I don't know if yeah, here we go. So this is another very unique aspect. Now, obviously, you're running track on every ship. However, you would never see one as big as one on Oasis, because obviously there's no other ships as big as Oasis.
Right.
There's also, when you get up here to the front of the ship, around the front of the track, there's also a private entrance, or kind of like a dedicated entrance in and out of the fitness center and the gym. So you could actually go in there, do whatever, and then if you were going to start or stop your run, you could actually just go straight out onto the running track. You don't have to leave the gym and go for the rest of the ship or whatever to actually get to that part. How you doing? You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for all your hard work. So I'm running up to deck 12 because I'm hoping to take you inside Wonderland, even if I have to fake a reservation or something. So
Oh my God.
I'll just say like, oh, my wife's down there waiting on me,
Mm.
and hopefully they won't follow me. So, oh man,
Real money.
I'm getting
I have no bail money.
so old.
He walks fast.
My mic, I'm huffing.
Yeah, that's true. Orange Cone Vlog.
So Eddie, while he's making his way up, tell us about what port we're going to today.
We're gonna go to the Port of New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, we need to know
Right.
about that.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And if you want me, I could say parts of it while he's doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Let's
Well,
hear about New Orleans.
City of New Orleans grew up around this ideal bend of the Mississippi River, where early trade and transportation thrived 300 years ago. As commerce along the riverfront grew, the port and the region grew along with it. Here's a timeline of how the Port of New Orleans became the economic engine and vital link in the global supply chain. 1718, Jean-Baptiste Le Moyne Saudevenia founds New Orleans along the Mississippi River. This trade-friendly location later becomes the capital of the French colony of Louisiana and shapes the future of the United States as a headquarters for commercial land development. In 1803, the U.S. buys the entire colony of Louisiana from France for $15 million. The Louisiana purchase doubles the U.S. in size, due entirely to the need for the Port of New Orleans. Very nice. 1920, Port Nola establishes the Harbor Police Department and grants its full policing powers. 1968, the port opens a trade exhibition center called the River Gate, which helps bring conventions to New Orleans and serves as a precursor to the Ernest N. Memorial Convention Center. 1990, the Louisiana War Exhibition Canadian Plaza is converted into the Julia Street Cruise Terminal. 1986, the port purchases Berry Street Wharf in Gretna, including 57 acres of land. 2005, Port Nola reopened 12 days after Hurricane Katrina, despite experiences over $300 million in damages. 2013, Henry Clay Avenue refrigerated terminal storage facility is commissioned. 2015, Port Nola joins Green Marine, a voluntary North American environmental certification program for the maritime, port, and terminal industry. Then in 2022, Governor John Bell Edwards announces a historic partnership between the state, Port Nola, and two leading industry partners to finance and operate the new terminal. The combination of the existing Napoleon Avenue terminal and a second container terminal downriver will allow Port Nola to serve small to large carriers and shippers, as well as port value-added logistics services. A second terminal will also provide significant economic benefits to the San Bernard Parish, the region, and state of Louisiana.
Oh wow, he's playing with
Yeah,
it.
he's painting the menu. What you do is you dip it in the water, and then as you paint over it, it reveals the menu. He was telling us about that a while
Nice.
ago.
But he's not supposed to be doing that.
I hear you, but it seems like Scott wants to avoid security this evening.
He wants me to spend money. That's what it is.
He's got a track shoes on.
Mm.
But yeah, he was telling us about that. All you got to do is paint over it, and it appears for a certain period of time, and then it disappears if you don't remember what you want to order, or if you wait too long. That's pretty cool.
Run!
I know, right? Yeah,
That is definitely one of the coolest things about this restaurant is painting the menu to get it to reveal.
Not
So
only was that awesome, I saw the Mad Hatter
yeah,
go up.
yes,
Now that was awesome.
yeah. The doors. I mean, the decor is amazing. in there. It's
Yes.
awesome.
yes, and of course the elevator doors on this floor also continue the Alice in Wonderland theme.
I love it.
Yeah.
But then Scott
So I'm glad they had those menus sitting over there, and they didn't give me too much grief about being in there. So it was pretty cool to be able to show you guys how they. So I mean, it is just water in there, of course. So once you've ordered and stuff, they take them away.
Elizabeth says, "I
Of
think
course,
we
if
need
you
to make
notice,
a collection for bail."
Okay.
I went from deck 12 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
So unlike MSC ships, there is no deck 13
Right.
on this ship. So up here on deck 14, here in the center, there's always usually something here towards the back of the ship. This is the card room. So again, basically like the game room on Carnival ships. There's a bunch of tables in here. They have chess. They have a lot of puzzles, Jenga, and checkers and stuff like that back here. So some families in here playing. So yeah, it's a pretty it's pretty much like Oasis in that everything is where it should be on an Oasis class ship. It's just that on Wonder, rather than doing these small incremental changes to the layout, the design, the decor, they they really went all out as far as changing everything
There's the mason jar.
around. Yeah. So, of course, this is again the bar and kind of patio area of the mason jar. We have these big cushy rockers.
Oh my
Of course,
God.
the country music band plays here. Have the bar here with all these unique mason jar drinks. I'm gonna steal this menu here. So I had this first one here, which was this Mississippi Moonlight
Mm-hmm.
and Southern Belle. So these are all the drinks that are unique to this particular venue.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Bar from Manhattan.
Love it. I love it.
So, again, this is the bar area. And, the venue itself is not very big. And it looks very much like you're going to see here. It's just, tables and, your normal seating, not very big. Beth and I had that table back there in the corner on embarkation day. Nice view of the window. We could see out into Port Canaveral. But now we are here also for dinner. Just not sure which night we're here for dinner. But of course, the mason jar is located right here next to Windjammer, which is the buffet, and although it's very similar to Windjammers you'll find on any other Oasis class ship, it's also extremely unique and very different. You will not find an entrance like this, even remotely close to this amazing and swanky and fabulous on any other Oasis class ship. You'll just find this nice kind of long hallway where you have the washy-washy stations, right? But otherwise, it's not this kind of, wow at all on any of the other ships. And so the layout and design is a little different. Of course, they have all of these island stations back here like they do on any other Royal Caribbean ship in the Windjammer, but then they also have this coffee bar up here and a bakery along with a favorites bar and an Asian, dedicated Asian bar that is completely separate from the rest of the buffet, which just is not what you would typically have on an Oasis class ship. And then again, this would be actually one deck up, and it would stop right at the end of this side of the deck. But instead, as you can see here, you can see down onto the boardwalk now, and it goes all the way around.
Oh, nice.
Which again is just very different than what you would find on any other Oasis class ship. Even though I haven't been on Symphony, I believe even on Symphony. So, but as you can see, your normal typical buffet kind of, layout, and the food is, pretty much the same you're going to have on any ship that has a buffet. But what you're going to find in the Royal Caribbean buffets that you are not going to find on Carnival currently in the buffet is on Royal Caribbean ships, you are going to find more than 5 items. And chances are there's going to be at least half of them that are edible, versus, in my opinion, on Carnival's in the Lido marketplace, I could not imagine even a dog not turning its nose up to some of the food that I saw on Venezia, just last month, a couple months ago.
Scott, Midlife Travels asked, do they have Coke or Pepsi products?
They have Coca-Cola Freestyle machines, I believe, on every Royal Caribbean ship except for Independence of the Seas. And that, of course, may have even changed simply because Independence had originally been built and had spent most of its early days in Europe, where they were not licensed to have the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines. So therefore, you did not find them on that. Smoking. That's the other thing too. I'm pretty sure the smoking on every ship is on the port side of the ship. However, on this ship, it's on the starboard side. So, and I keep forgetting that. So I keep walking out onto deck 15 on the starboard side and quickly getting a whiff of smoke and turning myself around and coming back over here. But yeah, so you have Coca-Cola Freestyle bars. If you have the soda package or the regular drink package, in the bars, you're going to get your limited menu. But there's Freestyle machines all over the place. There's 2 at Sorrento's. There's 1 at El Loco Fresh. There's 2 in the Windjammer. Actually, 4 in the Windjammer. Now the Windjammer is not open, past I think 9:30 or so. But the ones on the Promenade are open, and the one in El Loco Fresh is open. So, of course, you get your cup, and you can. I think Freestyle machines have over 100 different combinations of different things. I am very partial to the strawberry and blueberry Minute Maid lemonade that I get from the Freestyle machines. So, but yeah, so that is pretty much the super fast run through of Wonder of the Seas. I wish I said to my wife, oh yeah, and here's the sprinkles, which would be the equivalent to swirls. Of course, you cannot serve yourself on Royal Caribbean ships. There's always a very friendly crew member here ready to assist you with whatever ice cream you want, but you do not serve yourself on Royal Caribbean ships like you do on Carnival. But yeah, I said to my wife earlier, I said, you know what? It's a shame that this isn't Eddie's Friday night show so that I could take more time to go through. I said, so it's going to be a whirlwind trip around the ship, fit it in an hour. But there you go. That is the bulk and the gist of Wonder of the Seas. And it's pointing out its differences to other Oasis class ships. I would be very surprised if Utopia isn't an exact duplicate and replica of Wonder. So
It might be.
Well, thank you, Scott. We really, really appreciate that, man.
And I would like to thank Elizabeth
Yes.
because while you were doing that, she was answering the questions in the chat.
Yeah.
So thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, and thank everybody who has come in for Go Live Together After Dark. We really appreciated having you. Hey, there he is.
Oh, you got this swag.
I know, right?
Do you have long pants or shorts?
It's 419.
Hey, he's all dressed up. Nice.
There you go.
It looks like a
I
toy.
have jeans and kind of dressy shoes, kind of somewhere between dressy and sneakers.
That
So
works.
Nice.
all right.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We really, really enjoyed having you. I know that Bruce came on about 10 minutes ago. So we will bid you adieu. Y'all go raid Ocean Travels live and let him know we sent you. In the meantime, everybody hit the like button on your way out.
And
Don't forget to
everybody's
subscribe
saying they like the video.
if you haven't done so already.
Thanks. Thumbs
Yeah. And don't forget, we love you.
up. Okay.
Good night.